Some hope tonight for the future of the Shenango Valley Mall. A Mercer County judge ruled control of the mall will be turned over to the local family that owns the property. On January 18th, Judge Christopher St. John ordered that a company called GFM 23 be given possession of the mall from Iowa Square Realty, which held the lease to operate it. GFM 23 is made up of 23 descendants of the McConnell family, which owns the property. The decision was made after Iowa Square failed to post a $25,000 bond. The company, according to McConnell's office, also failed to pay rent and back taxes.
Hi everyone, Anthony here with Ace's Adventures, and welcome to Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Shenango Valley Mall. Going to do the usual speech about the history of this property. This is a place that has been on the radar for a while and is one of those places that is in sort of the general vicinity to where I live. Not exactly close, but not exactly far away. It's only a couple hours away. So decided to finally get down here. The footage you're seeing is from just before Christmas time, obviously, with the decorations and whatnot up. So this place has somewhat of a unique history to it. It is a Crown American property originally, but is now under the ownership of somebody different. And this property opened in 1969, and JCPenney was one of the original anchors. And as far as any other original history about the property, as usually typically goes with these small rural malls, there is not much available in terms of history. So anybody watching this video that is local, I encourage you to contribute any comments about what this property used to be and the history of it. I couldn't even find really any historical pictures of the place online. It's a rather small property. This place, even though the main wing, there really is just one strip, it's unique in the fact, at least to my eyes, that even though there is only one of three anchors left, the anchors in themselves are probably, so much more space themselves combined than the actual mall itself. So large anchors, as of course, were a thing of the past, and as we see now, is one of the main driving factors as to why these properties are struggling. I'm just going to jump around here a little bit and let you guys know that the land that the mall is on is owned by a local family called the McConnell family, and they were dairy farmers back in the day. I don't know exactly how long, if they still are, if that was just part of their history, but they own the land that this property is on, and the company that most recently owned it, Iowa Square Realty LLC, they defaulted on their loan. And they were about $243,000 in debt. And just recently, a court proceeding took place, and now the McConnell family, which is called GFM 23 LLC, they now own the property and have received it back from the town, city, or whatever it is. And I think even one of the members of the family was on that board. So they were quoted in an interview as saying they are going to keep it as a retail space with maybe some mixed use additions to it. This mall is in a very small rural area, and it was pretty busy when I went there, again right before Christmas time, so you're going to see some elevated traffic levels, but the fact that it's in a small rural area I think is one of the reasons why it still stays relatively busy. I think these smaller rural malls, even though they physically are a shopping mall, I think people kind of use them as a communal gathering place for different arts and crafts or dance routines or community events, so to speak. So that's why I think they thrive to some extent and maintain some livelihood is because of that. This mall took a serious blow in March of 2017 when it lost the Macy's and the Sears, and it survived it to whatever extent you would call this surviving, but that was a huge blow to it. And then additionally, there was a storm of some sort, I'm assuming maybe some kind of a tornado event or something along the lines that damaged the Firestone and the Sears Auto Center. So moving along here, the mall is now managed by Penn Commercial, which is some sort of a property management company. And lastly, I wanted to mention just a little bit more about the company that owns it now, the local family GFM 23 LLC, and that stands for the last name McConnell, and 23 meaning 23 levels of family descendants. So that's pretty cool that a local company does own it. You're going to see here in just a little bit the amazing hidden wing. There is a vintage 1970s wing to this mall, which is pretty incredible to see. And if you know why, again, if you're local, why they kept that, please let me know, but it was definitely a treat to see that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter at AcesAdventures1. Make sure you are considering becoming a Patreon donor. As little as $1 a month helps the cause at patreon.com/AcesAdventures to help keep the channel moving forward. And make sure you are following the Dead Malls of Discord family, where myself and several other creators chat and hang out on a daily basis. I will leave a link in the description below. This is Anthony with Aces Adventures. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll be back with more content from the Dead Mall Kings right here at Aces Adventures.